Whoa, whoa, slow down, Speed Racer. Before you comment anything or dislike the video, let me be clear. Call of Duty is a mess right now. This video, I'm specifically talking about the beta. Just the beta. We're not talking about COD. It's a mess. It's bad. Boo, boo COD. But this has been the best beta we've ever had for a Call of Duty, and I've got 3 reasons why that's the case. By the way, I'm Mike. I yap on about video games, so if you want another specky ginger boy on your timeline, consider subscribing. We're on the road to 100 subs. We're through triple digits, baby. But anyway, let's get into the first reason why I think this was the best beta we've had for Call of Duty. It's pretty straightforward. We got zombies. Never before have we had zombies in a beta. And look, by no means was it perfect. We've done a video talking about the beta. It was pretty good, but there's a lot of stuff I'd change, especially kind of we've played it a couple more days since that video. Yeah, there's some balancing things that could need to happen, and I'm gonna need some convincing about the new perk. But anyway, zombies is there. That is a win. The fact it is there. Those of us that are old enough to remember getting the zombies mode as a bonus for completing the World at War campaign, seeing where it's come to now, where it is a pillar of a mode, like a foundational piece of Call of Duty now in my mind, especially for the Treyarch Call of Duties. We really, that third mode needs to be there in whatever variation, I think. But Treyarch, it's Treyarch's baby, right? And I think it's proof that Call of Duty does and can give the fans what they want, right? Which leads me nicely on to point number 2. The big talking point these last couple of days, this week, SBMM. For 6 years that we have been sweating in these multiplayer lobbies, and it's been dire, right? It's been, is it as bad as some people make noise about? No, because I firmly believe a lot of people, they hear what streamers say and they regurgitate it, and it's proven by the fact that we got SBMM, and people were still complaining, saying, I'm still getting really bad lobbies, I'm getting beat. And I hate to break it to you, but that might just mean you're bad at the game. Like, categorically, having less SBMM, it opens up, opportunities. You're going to come up against people who are better than you, but you should also be coming up against plenty of people who are not as good as you. And anyone who says it's bad, if they play 5 games and they don't have a good game where they have a good run, I think you're probably just not that great at the game, because in its nature it's going to be a mixed bag. But I think the fact again that we've had that, it's the most fun I've ever had in a Call of Duty beta. It's the best kind of fun I've had in multiplayer in a long time, and I think it absolutely, again, it credit to them for adding it in. Yes, the reasons they're adding it in is probably because of outside pressures. We have done a video talking about that too. Thank you, Battlefield. But again, it's a great reason why this beta has been the best that we've had, because it's the first time in a long time we've finally had that turned down a wee bit and we don't have to sweat as much. Now, the third reason this is the best beta was it's a bit of an interesting one. Now stick with me here, because I think what really made the beta great was, Call of Duty is in a bad state. As I said in this video, I'm not denying that. It's dire. We've got Battle Pass, Black Cell Battle Pass. The store's a mess. We're getting skins shoved down our throats, and yes, those things are optional, and yes, you can get around them, but they flood the game, and it's just not great. The other kind of side of it is we've got so many challenges, and now the camo challenge is kind of looking good, and I think those are good things. But what the beta proved to me anyway was when you don't have those challenges or those camo grind, you're not coming up against people who are using launchers to get double kills because it's a specific requirement. You really just had people playing the game to play the game, to have fun, to play the objective, be a bit more competitive. There was no ulterior motives, unless of course you're people who are playing like weirdos, you get them. But there was no fluff, no guff. Like, it was just a strip back, here's your multiplayer, which yes, we do get every year, but looking at it this year, it was just multiplayer, just a bit of zombies. There you go. And I think it really kind of was the reminder of why Call of Duty has got to the point where it has, where there are such high expectations for that. It is the best FPS in the genre, and it has had that mantle for a long time. Is it about to be dethroned by Battlefield? Time will tell. It could be. Battlefield is definitely looking to fill the void that Call of Duty has left with its departure from kind of that arcade shooter and all this extra guff now that we need to be concerned about. I do think that's a valid point, but to bring it back to the beta, saying it adds to that kind of fun of like the focus isn't on these extra kind of activities, it's just on the game. It's just get on, play the game, and feedback just what you want. I think they seem to have been very receptive to feedback. We will have to wait and see in November what kind of comes up, but until then, I'm done with Call of Duty. I'm not going back to Black Ops 6. As I say, that Season 6 stuff, the crossover Predator, people like that. I get it. I appreciate that. It's not for me, and I think, yeah, as I say, that beta made me appreciate what a good Call of Duty should be, and as I say, hopefully in November we can get that kind of energy back. But until November, we'll be on Battlefield. So thanks for listening to me yap on. Happy scrolling.